Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Naira. How are you today?
Good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today and allowing me to record this portion of the interview. We have gone over your resume, your skill set, and just basically a little bit about yourself. But I'd like to give you the opportunity for this portion of the interview to tell me a little bit about what's going on, what you're looking for, and we'll go from there.
Right. So I'm originally from Rochester, New York. My family moved down here to Florida a couple years ago, and I moved down here to be with them and be part of the moving process. But we will be moving to North Carolina soon, within about 3 to 4 months. So in the meantime, I'm looking for something temporary but familiar, like a familiar setting, which is why I applied for this position when I
Okay,
saw that it
great.
was
Yeah.
a law office.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I liked your reasoning behind that with mom and dad. It was a compromise on location.
Right. Yep.
Okay, so for the next few months that you're here, you are looking for, as you mentioned, a temporary position. So I was looking at your experience, and we've chatted a little bit about that. And your experience is definitely um, translatable. I see you have 11 years of call center experience all combined into one. So tell me a little bit about what you did at Verizon. I know it was a little ways back, but
Yep.
if you remember some of your daily duties.
Yep. So Verizon Wireless. So it was Verizon Wireless, which is different from Verizon, which is the landline port side of it. But Verizon Wireless, I was a bilingual technical support coordinator. So I would take calls in English and Spanish, and assist with anything from device issues. So if somebody was having a problem with the actual physical device, um, s- troubleshooting with service or signal issues. Sometimes it was other um, wireless services, like working with mobile hotspots or things like that. So we would troubleshoot those, and also help people with sometimes with billing issues as well, especially as it was relating to like data usage or things like that. Um, and there was a sales aspect. I wouldn't say we were sales specifically, but we did discuss devices and different as a solution sometimes, and as an option
Yeah,
to the issues they were having. So
absolutely. Okay, and then you also worked with the Affordable Healthcare
yes.
program, correct? Okay,
Yep.
and I understand that you were doing enrolling, helping callers do that. Can you
Right. So that
explain
was
what
it.
the process was?
That was at Maximus,
Mhm.
and we received training from New York State, and I would answer calls bilingual, so in Spanish and English, and help people either with questions about their account, but predominantly it was enrolling people through the New York State of Health into like affordable care options, whether that was Medicaid, or some lower income plans, all the way through to the non-deduct or high deductible plans, and the tiers that were available. And then I translated that, or I took that skill over to Legal Assistance of Western New York, and was a navigator there. So I did the same thing, but it was in a law firm, and so we managed it as a case as well. So it was like and it was in person most of the time. So it was the one side of like enrolling people, and then case management, with legal server and things like that, and then as well as making referrals within the organization to the other units, like the eviction prevention unit. I was part of the health law unit as a navigator, and then there's fair housing, reentry, and other civil legal services that we provided. And then after that, I went into the fair housing unit. So, which
Okay.
is, that was more um, outreach and education, but also assisting with um, intake for uh, any kind of fair housing issues. Because a lot of people, we would get a lot of referrals because of the outreach and education. So I assisted with that. And then again, that's through Legal Server, which I don't know if everybody uses, but I've been at two organizations that use it so far. So.
Okay. And you also had experience with Salesforce?
Yes, because with the New York State of Health, we had to, that was part of the reporting, put that information into Salesforce.
Okay. And I see you have Google
Mhm,
experience and Microsoft Office,
mhm,
Excel,
mhm.
Microsoft Word. Okay,
Yeah, all
wonderful.
of that, the Google was like mostly like each place has something they prefer to use. So Law New York preferred Google Suite, and then Worker Justice Center of New York. Oh, which I forgot to mention. They use the Microsoft Outlook.
Okay.
Outlook is what I meant to say. Yeah.
All right, wonderful. Well, I'm going to stop this recording, but don't go anywhere. We still have a few more things to
Okay.
chat about. Thanks.
Yep. Thank you.